This isn't a shelter, sweetheart. Free treatments are down the street. The flight attendant's voice sliced through the cabin as she leaned over Maya, her small figure trembling, sweat beading along her hairline. She tried to speak, but her throat tightened. Her illness always flared during stressful moments. Then, without warning, the woman's hand struck her shoulder, sharp and dismissive. "Don't fake sickness on my plane," the attendant snapped. A gasp rippled through the row. Maya's eyes filled with tears, and from behind, a deep voice said, "Touch my daughter again, and this plane won't land the same way it took off. Before we continue, hit that LIKE button. Subscribe and stay with me, because what happened after they landed left the entire airport frozen in disbelief." Maya had always been a quiet child, bright, soft-spoken, and carrying more strength than her 11 years should have required. She lived with a chronic condition that caused sudden fatigue, dizziness, and shortness of breath. But today she was traveling alone for the first time, heading to meet her mother, Dr. Evelyn Brooks, the brilliant CEO of one of the biggest medical technology companies in the U.S. Evelyn was waiting for her at the destination airport, ready to surprise her. But Maya's flight would bring a different kind of surprise. It began halfway through the trip. Maya pressed the call button gently. Her breathing had become shallow, and her hands were trembling uncontrollably. She whispered, "Please, water." The flight attendant, Natalie, approached, with a look that seemed glued on her face since boarding. A look of irritation, superiority, and something Maya could only describe as cold dislike. "What do you want?" Natalie snapped. "I'm dizzy. My chest hurts. I just need some water, please." Natalie folded her arms. "You kids think you can fake anything for attention. Not on my shift." Maya tried to sit straighter, but her vision blurred. She lifted a small medical card, her diagnosis card. "Please, ma'am, I'm not lying." Natalie slapped the card away. Passengers gasped. A man leaned forward. "Ma'am, that's a child. She needs help." "She needs discipline," Natalie barked. "If she keeps this up, I'll have her removed when we land." "I know her type." Maya's breathing quickened. Her chest tightened, and when she tried to stand, her knees buckled. Instead of catching her, Natalie shoved her back into the seat. "Stay down." A woman across the aisle yelled, "Are you insane?" "She's sick." That was when the pilot's voice suddenly echoed from the overhead speaker. "Cabin crew, prepare for landing." The final minutes were agonizing. Maya curled into her seat, trying not to pass out, tears streaming down her cheeks while passengers whispered in outrage. As soon as the plane landed, Natalie stormed down the aisle, pointing at Maya. "We have a troublemaker. I want airport security to question her guardian." But when the plane door swung open, security didn't walk in. Maya's mother did. Dr. Evelyn Brooks stepped on board with 3 airport officials behind her, tall, poised, and carrying an authority that made the air shift. "Maya?" she called, her voice trembling with worry. Maya weakly lifted her hand. Evelyn rushed to her, gathering her into her arms. "What happened?" she whispered, panic cracking her voice. Before Maya could answer, Natalie butted in. "Ma'am, your daughter caused unnecessary disruption and refused to cooperate. I recommend security." "Stop." Evelyn straightened slowly. "Who touched my child?" The passengers erupted at once. She slapped her shoulder. She denied her water. She pushed her. She mocked her sickness. Evelyn's eyes turned cold ice, steel, something beyond fury. She locked on to Natalie. You put your hands on a medically fragile child. Natalie rolled her eyes. Oh, please. She was faking it. It's always the dramatic ones. Evelyn stepped closer. Do you know who I am? No, and I don't care. Well, you should. One of the airport officials muttered under his breath. Evelyn continued. I am Dr. Evelyn Brooks, CEO of Brooks Medical Systems, the company that trains airport medical teams across the country, including this airport. Natalie's face drained. And the child you assaulted, Evelyn said, voice trembling with restrained rage, lives with a chronic cardiac condition. You denied her medical assistance. You used force. You publicly humiliated her. And you did all this while representing your airline. Passengers nodded vigorously. She should be fired. She endangered a kid. Natalie stuttered. I didn't know. You didn't care, Evelyn corrected. She signaled to the officials. Escort her out. 2 officers stepped forward. Natalie backed away, panic setting in. You can't do this. You did it to yourself, Evelyn said softly. As Natalie was taken away, Evelyn returned to Maya, kneeling so they were eye level. Baby, why didn't you press the emergency card I gave you? I tried, Maya whispered. She smacked it away. Evelyn held her tighter, tears spilling for the first time. You survived this. You hear me? You survived her. Maya leaned into her mother's chest, finally safe. But the story didn't end there. 2 weeks later, Evelyn organized a mandatory national training program for flight. Attendants focused on compassion, medical awareness, and anti-bias conduct. Airlines across North America adopted new health safety rules because of one little girl's suffering. And Maya? She became the face of the campaign, a symbol of strength. She smiled shyly at the camera during the launch event and said, I wasn't weak. I was unprotected. There's a difference. The room erupted in applause. And somewhere, perhaps watching the news in silence, Natalie realized something. A single moment of cruelty had reshaped an entire industry. Because kindness is power, and cruelty always comes with a cost. Before you go, if you were on that plane, what would you have done? Tell me in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more powerful stories, and share this with someone who needs to hear it.